Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Hungary. We're in an interesting position. We've got the Yugoslavians as our friends. Well, not totally as our friends, but we've got them to be democratic, and they're below us. However, the Czechoslovakians who were above us have changed into just Slovakia, and they do not like us. Italy, we were trying to convert, but they appear to have got a little bit more popularity for the fascist side of things just now, which is a little bit interesting. So we're in a precarious position, but not in an awful position. We also got a little bit of land from that Czechoslovakian deal, which was very nice. Oh, we've also just finished building a military factory, which is fantastic. We're actually working on these now. When's the next one finished? August, and then the next one will be finished like probably December. So we might even have to put some new constructions work on. Anyway, our new military factory. No, we'll keep it till we get infantry equipment 2, and we'll stick it there to start getting the production efficiency on. Now, we could go mechanization effort here, which could help with our focus tree. Going mechanization effort would definitely be good, and it would allow us to... what am I looking for? Research? I'm looking for research. It would allow us to potentially go down some motorized stuff and get a lot of cool motorized things to give us mobility, I think is what they mainly give, which would be cool. But we could also go down other things. We could go down armament effort and get a lot more military factories for more production, but I don't think we really need them until we're actually needing to reinforce troops significantly. So we'll go mechanization effort, just because it kind of saves up a bonus as well. And here we'll just wait 16 days. It shouldn't be too long, hopefully. Yes. I'm just hoping that once we get to the point of a war, we can have some people who are around us who have guarantees on us. Maybe. At least if it looks like it's coming to that point. Okay, so we finished agility. We can now get air support, strategic bomber, or ground support. I think we want ground support. Having well-coordinated planes helping out in the combat lets your troops fight better. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Definitely. And very soon we're about to finish the other one, like 5 days, yeah. And then we'll be able to start our production on our new line. Our new infantry equipment 2, which we didn't get nearly as quickly when we were playing as Italy, but we got them very quickly this time. Ooh, interesting. If we were to go for improved infantry equipment 2, we would get a bonus because the head of time penalty has been reduced significantly. That'd be worth going for. We'll get it. Get it a little bit earlier than we're meant to, and let's start a new production line for infantry equipment 2. We'll increase its priority and give it 1 factory. So we don't need that much. In fact, yeah, okay, that's fine. We don't need that much. It looks like it automatically changed out, like it changed yeah, infantry equipment 1 things to infantry equipment 2, which is cool because this number is the same on both. So I assume what's happening now is the bottom one is like this infantry equipment 1 is still reinforcing up the infantry and then it's going to get to the point where we've got all of that and then it's just building upgrades. I assume that's where it's going to get to. Integrated support is done. We're going to get regimental combat teams. Seems pretty good. Right, let's go back to production. We're waiting till this bar gets all the way up to a high production efficiency cap, and then we'll switch over the factories, basically. See, now it's saying we need this many for upgrades. Actually, I suppose if we've already filled out the need for infantry equipment 1, we can get rid of the production line, because it's never going to be needed again. That's fine, and then we'll just put the factories on this one. It would be, the reason I was keeping it until we reinforced is because we needed it to reinforce the amount, like, we had there, so now it's only working on upgrades, which is pretty cool. Also, we've almost got the number of tanks that we need, in which case we can get rid of some of those factories and put them on infantry equipment, or even on aircraft. This needs some aircraft that we don't have right now. Yeah, so it's basically upgrades are the lowest priority right now, but that's what everyone's working on, and reinforcements are done. Okay, cool. And once this builds up a little bit, you'll see that it'll start to produce a lot more per day. Because the other one was producing 19 of infantry equipment 1 per day. This one's only doing like 5. Once this gets all the way up to the cap, it'll probably be doing like 20. Not too bad. Okay. France bans communism. The Edouard Daltier cabinet have decreed the dissolution of the Parti Communiste Français ever since Soviet Russia signed the non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany. There have been talks of prescribing communism in France. The decree was instated following the agreement between the two nations for the partition of Poland. Edouard Daltier took the opportunity as support for a ban rose, and even leftist papers started advocating for the abolition of Parti Communiste Français. It may have been necessary. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Named after the German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and his Soviet counterpart Vyacheslav Molotov, this non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself nor aid an enemy of the other. Foreign diplomats born in this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear Soviet intervention. This cannot be good. Italy has joined the Axis. And we have mechanization effort done. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Italy and Germany have expressed many conflicting interests, particularly in Austria and the Balkans. This has not, however, prevented the countries' foreign policies growing ever friendlier towards each other. Negotiations are underway for a pact that will protect common interests. If negotiations are successful, we could see an alliance that will be able to exert great influence in Central and Eastern Europe. We'll keep an eye on the situation. Yeah, we are in Central and Eastern Europe. This is going to be a problem. Also, Democratic Party's not looking so good in Italy. Oh yeah, we need to see our national focus. Armour effort, obviously. Just the next option. Where we want to go with that. Oh, we actually have political power to spend as well. I suppose we should get one of these. I guess we'll go for the tank designer, because we're doing something with tanks anyway. He is really not happy with this plan. He is like, we need more people. There's a large river crossing, divisions are still preparing. Yeah, there's going to be problems. Big problems if we actually have to use this plan. Do we have any more units than we used to have? 15... 19, 22, that's how many we should have. And these ones are still kind of building up. Yeah. Oh what, they're not actually going to be able to train any more than this anyway. Oh, alright, we might as well just send them out then. Yeah. We can't deploy a unit that's not 20% trained. Okay. And these new units are... Do we have any units here that... Alright, so we have these ones that aren't assigned, and we'll assign them to... I guess we'll assign them to the training unit. Okay, and then we've got... We should have one more here that... Right, these are the two divisions that aren't trained, right? And then we want to right-click an assisting arm. Alright, I think I left-clicked. Yeah, that's right. And we'll get this one, and we'll assign him to the training army. And then we'll get some of the ones that are already trained, like this one. We'll assign him to that army. And we'll go back to this one. Get this guy and assign him. Just give them a few more troops. Not a lot more, just a little bit more. I mean, there's no reason why we have to keep 8 here. In fact, we could probably move all ones that are not being currently trained over. And we probably should. How do we deselect? Like, for select is it shift? Shift to select multiple ones. Cool. We'll send all of these to that army right now. Just because it's looking like we're going to very soon need that army. So we might as well have it enforced and ready. Cool. Production seems to be fine. We're almost at the max number of tanks that we could possibly ever need, which is great. And we need a lot of infantry equipment too for... I think these are for reinforcements. But that's alright. Cool. We're kind of where we need to be. We could get rid of this division if we wanted to, and now that we never use it, but we could also change it into something else. If we get rid of it, can we create a new division, or do we just have... Or I don't know. There's no like create division thing, and I think you get them from research. I don't know what we're doing with that. Now we got another military factory from our construction work. In fact, we should probably set some more of these to be built if we've got any more space. We got a little bit more space. We'll set another couple of those to be built. And let's put this one. Let's start setting up an aircraft. Let's set up some close air support. Wait, is that what we're going... let's go back to research for just a second. Air. We should be going for the next close air support one next. And then that's what we should build. Definitely. Okay, so we'll wait until that happens. And I guess until then we'll just stick another factory on infantry equipment too. That's alright. Cool. And then we'll create the line with a couple of heavy tanks. We'll take like a factory from the heavy tanks, a factory from the infantry equipment too, and we'll create our aircraft line. That'll be alright. Cool. I think we're roughly where we want to be. Nothing seeming too bad. Armor efforts actually just at this moment finished. Poland refuses German ultimatum. Considering the demands, it seemed inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany, and a Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Mosicki pointed to the German Reich's recent actions when stating it was obvious Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. German and Polish forces are prepared for war, and reports are already coming out of clashes on the border. Once again, there was war in Europe. This is a grave situation, and our armor effort is done. We get special forces, which definitely seems good to get, because there are some of those that we might want to get soon, and then we can get we can start getting some of that. I completely forgot because this popped up, but we get some of that armament effort. There we go. The German Reich has declared war on Poland and set world tension up to 61%. The German Reich has done it. Okay, that's worrying. Poland joined the Allies. Okay. Which means that Germany is now at war with Poland, France, not UK yet. Interesting. And we now have insufficient resources. Oh. It's because France has delivered 0. Because we can't get them from France physically. Interesting. I assume that's what it's meaning anyway. Yeah, but no possible trade route can be found because the Germans have blocked it off. We'll wait like a couple days, see if it stays the same. It's definitely staying the same. Okay, well we have to cancel our thing with France. We can't get anything because there's no trade routes. Who are we going to trade with? Soviet Union? We could trade with the Soviets, definitely. I have no real problem with trading with the Soviets. Yugoslavian Confederation we actually have a lot of influence with. We could definitely try... And they have steel. Or chromium. We'll get that from them then. Definitely seems good. Right. We're also missing... well, steel. We'll get rid of that. Well, we'll set that down to 0 because we can't get any. And then we'll sort by influence. Yugoslavians don't really have enough. Luxembourg doesn't have enough. Belgium doesn't have enough. Which one is it? This is steel. And how much steel do we need? We need 11. Sweden? We can get our steel from Sweden temporarily. That's not too bad. German Reich has steel. Probably don't want to be trading with the German Reich if they're going to be at war with us. Soviets have steel, but we don't have a lot of influence with them. Let's trade with the Soviets anyway, because it's unlikely the trade would be able to go, would be blocked. We would require 2 convoys for the trade, it claims. We don't have any, we don't have any convoy. We're not seafaring folk. If we want to, whatever, we'll go with the Soviets. See if it accepts it. If it doesn't, then we'll switch away. Yeah, fine. That's fine. Okay, we didn't need the convoys. It just claimed we needed the convoys. That's fine. Roughly the same thing, but not quite the same thing. World tensions just continuing to raise. The German Reich seem to have no problem eating Poland completely and utterly, which is worrying. I gotta admit, this is pretty worrying for us. I'm actually gonna increase the size of your border again, mister. We're just gonna say, maybe... Wait, we can't extend it all the way down here? So that also covers this bit. Okay, we'll see how you feel about that in a minute. We'll definitely see how you feel about that in a minute. Why is our front line so messed up? We should, or our offensive line. We should probably get rid of that. No, get rid of all orders. I want you to hold the front line here. All right, so we just can't put any there. Then have your offensive line looking something like that. There we go. Which is roughly what he had there, but not quite what he had there. How's our production looking? We're almost at the max number of tanks we need. Good. Fantastic. That's what I like to see. How's our research going? Oh, we're about to finish our improved infantry equipment. That'd be nice. We can now get... we're going to leave this just for just now, and we're going to go to air. We're going to get CAS 2. It takes 54 days, and will give us the next aircraft that we want to start building. Yeah, German Reich are looking scary. Definitely looking scary. Looks like they've been stalled very temporarily, though. Oh, no, they've not been stalled. They were just changing where they were attacking from. Yep, goodbye, Poland. Ground support integration is done. Okay, we'll get the next one down on that list, which is Naval Strike Torpedo Tactics. Don't really need it, but actually we don't really need any of this apart from the interception detection. Yeah, we can probably leave this for just now. Yeah. What do we want to do? We'll go back to infantry then, I guess. Maybe get some motorized stuff. It allows us to have more motorized divisions if we want, or maybe let's just get support weapons too. It's fairly simple, easy to use. What we need. Right. Definitely looks like Poland have lost this war already. It's very scary to be a small country next to this very, very large country. Alright, so the front line has extended along naturally. That's good. The fall of Warsaw. German forces advancing in Poland have succeeded in capturing Warsaw. Sporadic fighting continues in Praga. It would be Prague. Or is it Praga? Anyway, and a few other districts, but organized resistance in the city seems to have ceased. The Polish government reportedly evacuated the city as the first German units entered Warsaw's suburbs, and the present location is unknown. Fighting against the German invaders continues in other parts of the country, but the loss of the capital is a serious blow to the Polish war effort. Poland did not stand a chance. Poland has capitulated. The Polish government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to the German Reich, who is now in control of their home area. The struggle between the German Reich and Poland was only a small part of the conflict. The war between the Axis and what remains of the Allies continues elsewhere. Well, I think this is a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. Next time, we'll see if we survive. See you then. Goodbye.